Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're taking a look at blue-white control deck in historic format. So the card that we're going to be taking a look at is from Arena Anthologies 3, and the card is called Staff of the Storyteller. This has been on my mind for the longest time, and I wanted to try this card in Timeless, but the Timeless was a little bit too fast in my opinion for this card, so I'm going to be trying this card in Historic instead. So this is a 2-mana card, and I believe it's from Commander, and this card is actually pretty sick. When it enters battlefield, it creates a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying, and whenever you create one or more creature tokens, you put a story counter on this artifact. And you can also tap itself, spending 1 mana, remove a story counter from this card, which lets you draw a card. So, like I mentioned, it is a bit slow, especially in something like Timeless, but that's not to say Historic is a slow format either. But I still believe this has some potential, especially in Historic, just because it doesn't have cards like Dark Ritual, letting the format play a little bit more honest outside of Eldrazi. So we're going to be able to at least rely on our 2-mana counter spells, such as 4 copies of counter spell here, and 2 copies of Normalize in the deck. So as you can see, this card does like other cards that generate a lot of tokens. However, not even accounting for other cards generating a bunch of tokens, Staff of the Storyteller by itself is a good enough engine on its own, in my opinion, because you can play 4 copies of it, and it's not a legendary, so the first one comes down, that's going to draw you 1 card because it's going to create a 1/1 token, but then the second copy comes down, and now you have 2 Staff of the Storyteller on the battlefield, which is now going to draw you 2 cards. So the amount of cards you can draw with this card ramps up, which is why I think the card doesn't necessarily need other cards to make this card really good, but it's really nice to have when you have a deck that generates a bunch of other tokens as well. So knowing that the card by itself is good, how do we abuse this to make it even better? Well, you can have something like Ophelia that can bounce the Staff of the Storyteller, which can generate another token on the battlefield, and you can draw additional card while making another 1/1 onto the battlefield, which is also really good. And another card that generates a token at an instant speed is Wandering Emperor. The Wandering Emperor can come out anytime it wants, and then you can generate token, 2/2 Vigilance token. That can also draw you another card with the Storyteller, and not to mention the Wandering Emperor being a unique Planeswalker with her passive, it actually has another synergy with Ophelia, letting you activate the Loyalty ability an additional time at the end of the turn when the Wandering Emperor comes back onto the battlefield. Besides that, we have a copy of a Timeless Dragon, which can also become a token if you Eternalize. And then we have 2 copies of Shark Typhoons, which can be another great way of generating additional token for the Staff of the Storyteller when you cycle with this card. And last but not least, we have 2 lands. We have Castle Ardenvale, which is going to be able to generate a bunch of tokens for the Staff of the Storyteller as well. So those are going to be all the ways you can generate a creature token on the battlefield, making our Staff of the Storyteller even stronger. So honestly, I'm actually pretty excited to try this deck out. So having said that, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Historic Best of 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop over. Alright. This hand might be a little bit too slow, considering that we're going second. We're against Giganta. This is probably energy. Well, I guess I gotta keep it. I want to keep this because this is the card that we're trying to test, right? I think I'm gonna bottom a Shark Typhoon here. Oh, this is a wizard. All right. I'm not really sure how good this matchup is. I think this matchup is actually not that good. If opponents like more on the burn list, like if they play 4 copies of you know, Chain Lightning plus 4 copies of Wizard's Lightning, this is a bad matchup. Also considering that we have a double tap land here, pretty bad. So opponent's passing, this could mean they have Flavor Manor queued up. Yeah, it seems like so. I'll probably counter this. Whoa, him to the ages. So they're playing that kind of list. All right. Soulscar Mage. Short. I might actually have to take this damage, by the way. Because currently my only, my Fragment Reality is my only instant speed spell. I mean, I guess I can see if I can draw something. Another Prismatic Ending. Okay, so... I'll probably cycle this. Grab... Meticulous Archive. Probably get rid of this. Leave up Fragment Reality. No more lies. Short. They do have a lot of lands, but... I think it's still worth it. Alright. So, let us get rid of this. I think I'm just going to Timeless Dragon. I suspect the opponent's going to be drawing a lot here. I'm cracking the Fiery Islet. And I think that's going to be their turn, so... It's a lot of Fiery Outlet. There we go. So Tamio. Ponder.
This is an interesting story.
We're gonna shuffle.
I hope you don't mind if I take notes. Use your words.
I think I actually have to hold back, maybe? Can I attack here? When they play things like, the teaching. Like, they could have another, you know, things like, Does success show off? I think I have to sit back. So far, the Storyteller ate a Wizard's Lightning and drew me 2 cards. I think that's really good. So we can counter anything that probably comes out here? No? Shark Typhoon. So we can grab a counter spell. I think we're gonna do that.
I highly recommend this book.
Then we're gonna leave up a counter spell or Shark Typhoon. So the staff is also going to draw another card with the Shark Typhoon here. Okay, this card was actually spectacular, by the way. It gave me 2 cards and an 8 Lightning Bolt. Alright, so we're gonna have a copy of a High Noon, Mystical Dispute. So, I don't think they play Quarry Steelcutter, so I'm gonna sideboard out the Wrath of the Skies. I'll have Stern Scoldings as well. The cards that we're gonna side out, I guess a copy of a Quantum and maybe a copy of a Felia. 1 copy of a Tamio and a Snapcaster Mage. Maybe a copy of a Staff. Oh boy, so we don't have a removal spell with this hand. We just have a bunch of counter spells and hoping to get to a Supreme Verdict before too late. I think this does have some potential though. Considering that this is also a land. Alright. So we see a plane. We can use it to block though. So next turn we have a No More Lies into Beach and Shark Typhoon. I'm gonna take the hit. Okay. If I Timeless Dragon, I get to shuffle. It's probably better. Okay. So, I think I have to counter this. Probably. And we get rid of the Swipster teaching effect. The problem is we're taking a bit of damage from the Soulscar Mage. I think we're gonna have to chump block this Soulscar Mage here. Nice. It actually worked out. It actually worked out. We're gonna attack. Ripple Shanty, sure. I think I'm not going to cast my Shark Typhoon just yet. Or should I just cast it here? Should I hard cast it? This has to be a mistake. This has to be a mistake. No, there's no way I'm hard casting it. Like, it's already a 4/4. High noon. So we get the high noon down. And we have no more lies. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, for the first game, not so bad. We also learned staff is actually pretty sick. So we're playing as Giganta again. We're going first this time, so I think I'm gonna keep this. Despite having a tap land and things like that. Ooh, another land. I'll take another land. Alright, it looks to be playing against a Jund deck. Well, we don't really want something crazy happening here, so boom. Okay, Thoughtseize coming out. Supreme Verdict gone. Supreme Verdict gone. Into a Malevolent Rumble. Alright, so opponent's playing a Jund, but it seems a little bit lower to the ground because they are playing things like Swiftspear's Teaching. And they grabbed a land as well. Huh, Baragoyf. A Snapcaster Mage. I guess we're Shark Typhooning? What is this card? It's a 4/5. As with Swiftspear's Teaching. So they're going to haste this card in. That's actually kind of sick. Sure. Alright, so then this must be potentially like a removal spell. If they're doing this. I could have actually held on to 1 mana for potential like a Fragment Reality, but I wasn't thinking too hard. We also didn't get it anyways. It's a lot of damage, by the way. So they even get Jar Soul. Alright. Looks like we're chump blocking this and countering the Jarso here. We need one land really bad for this Wrath of the Skies. They must have another Abrupt Decay. I'm kind of hoping it's not. Thank you. So we did get a land. That's really good. So should I play the Quantum Riddler? And just chump block? Nah. Think we just get rid of it. The card did too much. Wow, that's insane actually. That's 5 damage. Alright. I don't have much choice but to play this and just chump block here. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. Alright. Rest in Peace comes in. Seems good. Get Lost. I don't think I need Surgical. I'm gonna cut off Elia. As a result, I'm also going down on Quantum Riddler. And I'm gonna cut a Snapcaster Mage since I'm bringing a copy of Rest in Peace. Okay. So I do wonder if I go Ponder again. I think so. So we probably shuffle this, right? Because we want lands. We're kind of seeing a deja vu here. So no 1-mana cards, so even if a Jarso comes down, I think I'm good. I'll play this and Tamio here.
Nothing like warm tea and a fascinating story.
So Malignant Rumble, Wraps of Fable, probably. Nope, just lands. Teaching. Right. See if I can draw land. No lands. See if I can draw land here. No lands.
I will protect this library with my life.
Bear in mind that we are actually playing a very, like a relatively low count deck. It's like a 22 land deck. But we are running things like Ponder, Timeless Dragon, Shark Typhoons, things like that. So I thought it was going to be okay, but maybe we might want to go up to like a 23 lands. Well, this ain't good. This ain't good.
Perhaps not every battle.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened if I just had a land there. Darn. We have a 3-mana card there. We still don't find a land. Seems like this game's probably over.
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
We also don't have a counter spell up, which is like, ooh, pretty bad. Alright, GG's. Okay, so we got a counter spell. We can ponder into a land into counter spell, which would be pretty powerful. We got Hallowed Fountain anyways. That's really good. Do I even entertain the idea? Man. So I could let this be and then Felia this turn and then get rid of this token that they generate. Alright, we'll go Felia, get rid of this token, leave up a counter spell. I think I want to do Field of Ruin next turn. Field of Ruin, grab another island into counter spell. Get rid of that Eldrazi Temple. Might be a little bit too late though. We'll see about that. Maybe they're missing a land? They are. Wonderful. Wonderful. Field of Ruin on the Eldrazi Temple seems pretty tempting. Or I can go Quantum Riddler here. I think I should. So 2, 3, 4. They have 4 mana. I think I should just maybe push for damage then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if they play another Eldrazi Temple, they only have 6 mana, so they can't cast a 7 mana card next turn. I think I'm going to play the Quantum Riddler and then we just push for more damage next turn. And hopefully we get some more interaction spells as a result. I think that's really the only way, being able to stay alive against them. Curiosity. So they have 3 mana. Play that. Play the staff. Wait. Why would they do this on that instead of this on this? Oh. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5. So they still don't have a land. I think I'm gonna pass. I was thinking about using the Fragment Reality on the Talisman, but even if that 7 mana card comes down that exiles something, I can just counter it this turn if they do play the Ugin's Lab. Because then I get to still counterspell Fragment Reality on the Talisman and Field of Ruin on the Ugin's Lab. Okay, it's a Kazakh's Command. It's a Kazakh's Command. Alright, so I am going to attack first. Because I think the Kazakh's Command might come out. And then we're gonna counterspell. We want to do this first because I want opponent to expend their entire resources. And tapping the Ugin's Lab, because I don't want to show them, like, if I play this first, they might not do the same thing. I'm just gonna let this Ugin's Lab, Ugin's Binding happen. So that happened. We're going to counter this. Oh, I don't have. I just drew all my. How I'm so unlucky. I drew all my basics. So if I use this Field of Ruin, I'm not going to be able to get a planes here. I feel like if I had another basic here, we would have probably won the game. Darn. Awkward. I'm so sad, by the way. I'm so sad that what happened there. I can't believe it. I'm gonna take the 3. They thought not Seer. So that's what they played. I'm gonna blink in Felia here. They only have 3 mana. Horrible card to draw there. Another Shark Typhoon. Okay, that's good. I wonder if I am gonna be able to win this. I don't know. I'm taking 7. 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, stop. Okay, I guess we lost. They're going to Wrath of the Skies now. So unlucky, by the way, that we drew this. Just like 1 copy of. I can't believe it. Why didn't they attack? Yeah, that's so unlucky that we got Wrath of the Skies. No. Oh my god. We even drew 3 basics too, so we actually skipped a turn where we could have actually played a 2-mana card. Literally the worst nightmare. Literally. I think our draws couldn't have been worse. Could not have been worse. Into nothing. Great. Great. This entire game has been kind of cursed, because not only are we like playing an uphill battle against an Eldrazi, but we also got very unlucky. Another Thought Knot Seer. Oh my. To another land. Their last card is Cosmic's Command. I think we just need to top deck a Supreme Verdict. I think that's the only card that's going to win us the game. Unless they have another removal spell here. Man, we were just so close to winning. But... man. It was just not good enough. That blast zone was very convenient. So even if Felia comes down, they can actually destroy it. Man. This entire game, I felt like I was getting trolled by my own deck. I was getting trolled so hard by my own deck. It was actually insane. I don't like Prismatic Ending in this matchup. I don't think there's a good enough target other than like those 2-mana rocks. One way or other. One way or other. Something is going to happen to Eldrazi. I don't think it's going to stay the same as it is right now. I think Eldrazi Temple might get hit. We'll have to see. This hand's not bad because we have Ponder into Prismatic Ending. Get rid of their early game stuff. Potentially. So we weren't able to win despite having pretty good early game. Right? Like, this is a much slower hand, but we'll see. Probably have to hold on to that. Okay, this looks very desperate. I'm going to counter this. Looks like I was right. Velia, very nice. Go, Velia, go! What is it, like a Boseiju? Dismember? That Velia would have been absolutely so sick with the staff here. Ha! Okay. Okay. We're still golden. They could have another one. They could absolutely have another one. Yep, seems like they actually do. Oh, this game is over. I said this last time too and I lost. I said this last time and I lost. Oh. Try that again. I am going to do this. So, do I attack? Or transform? I think I transform.
This is an interesting story.
Nice.
I hope you don't mind if I take notes. Violence is not the answer.
All right. Feel the Bruin. Let's get rid of you. The opponent, if this attacks, I win because I have a hull.
Aggression is unbecoming.
All right. We go to game 3. This game is unwinnable. This game is actually just unwinnable, isn't it? I forgot to cite in some surgicals, actually. Yeah, give that a go. Okay, this hand looks really good. If this was a untapped land, oh man, it would have been so good. Like, holy crap. Yeah, if this was an untapped land, insane. Okay, we're a little bit slow this time around. Little bit slow. Okay, that's fine. We have a failure for that. And we can always use the replicate to bypass the chalice here. Okay. So I can't hold up both Felia and Consign because of the chalice here. So I guess I'm going to play the Hollow of the Storm Giant. So currently they don't have any colorless mana. I think I have to let this go. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to let that go. Okay. So we're going to bounce the chalice here. That just basically means they've lost the card now. I think I'm going to leave up a Consign and Counterspell.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Malevolent Rumble. Oof, they got another one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so we can see their entire hand. I'm actually pretty happy with that. So they're gonna be casting this card next turn. What to do? I guess I can consign all 3 triggers. Thinking about it. We'll see. So what does it say? Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you may sacrifice this card. If you do, search your library for... Is the search your library for a colorless creature like a stack trigger? I feel like it's not. Yeah, I feel like it's not. I don't think it's a stack trigger. Like, I'm talking about when this gets sacrificed. Like, if it gets sacrificed, does it go on stack? Oh, man. I think I'm supposed to consign all 3 here. Replicate twice, right? Yeah, I don't think as soon as this trigger happens, I don't think I can counter the thing. So let's see. Let's see what I draw with this card. Do I need to feel the ruin that? I think I do. I probably have to feel the ruin that. And the question is, do I Felia here? Or do I do this and then uptick? I think I have to do this in uptick.
Every plane has stored things before you act.
Because if something happens to the Quantum Riddler, I still need my Tamio to live. But now I'm kind of open to getting hit by something, but they have 0 colorless source. Interesting. They went for Chalice equals 2. I'm actually okay with that.
Use the past to plan for the future.
So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 and still leave up a consign for something? Or... I mean, I guess I can just Wandering Emperor here and then leave up a consign. I think that's probably safer. Are we actually going to win this? Like, that would be absolutely insane. Like, that would be absolutely insane.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I keep watch for intruders.
Like, that would be absolutely insane.
Inspect the library.
Remember your training.
Oh my god. I actually beat an Eldrazi. There's no way. Alright, so we went 4 and 2 with this deck, and I am pleasantly surprised. We actually beat an Eldrazi opponent. I am very, very happy that happened, and I also got to capture that moment. So I'm actually very happy that we actually beat an Eldrazi deck. And I think the deck is actually fairly decent. If we just ignore the Eldrazi altogether, let's just ignore all the Eldrazi's, and I think the deck is actually pretty good. We had a lot of removal spells against the wizard opponent. We also have like Wrath of the Skies and Supreme Verdict. I know the Wrath of the Skies actually doesn't synergize very well with our Staff of the Storyteller, but the point of this card is to beat on the energy deck. So even though there's a little bit of a non-bow here, I think that's okay if the Staff of the Storyteller already drew your card. We didn't really see the Wandering Emperor at all this session, except for that last, like, a very, very end. But the Staff of the Storyteller, on average, I feel like drew me at least 2 cards. And I think that's insane. Not only did this card draw me 2 cards, but sometimes the spirit tokens were actually very helpful because the token has flying. Like, the card's insane. The Felia has been absolutely fantastic today. We have some blink targets here. We have the Quantum Riddler. We also have the Staff, which also drew me a lot of cards as a result, while also making a bunch of spirit tokens. Not to mention, the Felia with the Wandering Emperor is also pretty sick because the Wandering Emperor actually says when this card enters the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant speed. What that allows is some really cool shenanigans where you can Wandering Emperor at the end of opponent's turn, activate Loyalty, and then do it again on your turn, and then do it again with the Feli attacking, blinking the Wandering Emperor. So you get to actually do it 3 times, and that is really, really powerful. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye!